Mr. Cook and the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Byer, each will control 20 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California.
I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and include extraneous materials on the bill under consideration.
Without objection, so ordered.
I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized for as much time as he may consume.
Okay. I yield 5 minutes to the gentleman from Alaska.
The gentleman from Alaska is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I ask unanimous consent to provide and extend.
Without objection.
Mr. Speaker, this legislation, H.R. 220, allows for the expansion of the Tara Lake hydroelectric project on Kodiak Island of Alaska, by the way, which is larger than New Jersey. The Tara Lake hydroelectric project provides 31 megawatts of hydropower capacity to the island's approximately 13,789 residents and, of course, the largest Coast Guard station in the United States. Kodiak Island is roughly the size, as I mentioned, of New Jersey. It means it's reliant upon the electrical generation on the island, mostly by hydro at this time, some diesel. With the growing electrical demands in the residents of Kodiak, the Kodiak Electric Association will not be able to meet their needs without requiring additional resources or will be forced back to increasing the use of diesel. There's no reason why a hydro-rich community like Kodiak should ever have to rely on diesel fuel for power generation. They wish to expand their operation by increasing their water resources, and I agree. My legislation allows the Kodiak Electric Company to divert small flows of additional water from Upper Hidden Basin into Tara Lake by digging a 1.5-mile underground tunnel. This division will increase the water resources at Tara Lake by 25%, resulting in an additional 33,000 megawatt hours of generation each year and totaling an estimated output in the project of approximately 168 million megawatt hours every day. The issue on hand is the tunnel would need to go through Kodiak's Island National Wildlife Refuge, which is federal land, to the state lands to where the water division will be located. My legislation authorizes the Kodiak Electric Association to occupy not more than 20 acres of federal land to construct, operate, and maintain the Upper Hidden Basin Division. Expansion without further authorization of the Secretary of Interior under the Alaska National Interest Lands, the Conservation Act. Alaska has tremendous hydroelectric potential, and I look forward to moving additional common sense reforms to provide for rural and remote communities for new opportunities to obtain reliable and affordable hydropower. Mr. Chairman, may I say that the Fish and Wildlife support this. There is no objection to it. It's a solution waiting to happen. So we're going to dig a tunnel. It's really about a tunnel. With that, I yield back the balance of my time.
Gentleman from Alaska yields back. Gentleman from California reserves. Gentleman from Virginia is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
Recognized for as much time as you may consume.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. H.R. 220 would authorize an expansion of the existing Tara Lake hydropower project in Alaska to meet increased power demands from Kodiak Island. The expansion would have to comply with environmental protections required under the Federal Power Act and the National Environmental Policy Act. This bill unanimously passed both the House Natural Resources Committee and the Senate Energy and Natural Resources Committee. I want to thank Mr. Young for his persuasive presentations both in committee and on the House floor. I fully support this sensible bipartisan legislation and urge my colleagues to vote it. I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Virginia yields back. The gentleman from California.
I was going to say a few words about this bill here, but I'd be in fear of my life if I changed anything on Congressman Young's statement. So with that, I think he did an outstanding job presenting it, and I yield back.
Vote card. Vote card. Gentleman yields back. All time for debate is returned. No problem. The question is now, will the House suspend the rules and pass H.R. 220 as amended? Those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative. For what purpose, the gentleman from California seek recognition?
Mr. Speaker, I ask for the yeas and nays.
Yeas and nays are requested. All those in favor of taking this vote by the yeas and nays will rise and remain and stand until counted. Sufficient number having risen, the yeas and nays are ordered. Pursuant to Clause 8 of Rule 20, further proceedings on the question will be postponed. For what purposes, gentlemen?